I asked my boyfriend to charge his family member for fraud. So my boyfriend Jake works at this credit union downtown, and he's been there for like 3 years now. Last month he comes home looking absolutely devastated, like someone had just told him his dog died or something. Turns out his cousin Tyler had been coming into the credit union for months, using fake documents to open accounts and take out small loans. We're talking like $2,000 or $3,000 each time, but he was doing it repeatedly with slightly different information. Jake didn't even know at first because Tyler would go to different tellers, but eventually the system flagged it during one of their routine audits. The thing is, Jake was the one who discovered it. He was doing some paperwork when he noticed Tyler's name pop up multiple times in the system with different addresses and social security numbers that were just 1 digit off. At first he thought it was a computer glitch, but when he dug deeper, he realized Tyler had been scamming them for almost 6 months. Jake came home that night and just sat on our couch staring at the wall. I made him some ramen noodles, the good kind with the little vegetable packets, and finally got him to tell me what happened. He was torn up because Tyler's mom, who's Jake's aunt, had been struggling financially since her husband passed away last year. Tyler had been telling everyone he was helping support her, but really he was just stealing money. The worst part was that Jake's boss told him they had to decide whether to press charges or handle it internally. Since Jake discovered it and Tyler was his family, they were putting the decision on him. His boss basically said, "We trust your judgment on this one, but we need to know by Friday." I listened to Jake go back and forth for hours. He kept saying stuff like, "But he's family," and "His mom's been through enough." Tyler had always been kind of the screw up in their family, dropped out of college, bounced between jobs, got a DUI a few years back, but this was different. This was straight up fraud. I finally looked at Jake and said, "You need to charge him." Jake got all defensive and was like, "You don't understand, it's complicated." But I told him it wasn't complicated at all. Tyler wasn't some desperate kid stealing bread to feed his family. He was a grown man who spent months planning and executing a scheme to steal money from the place where Jake works. I pointed out that if Jake didn't report it properly and it came out later, Jake could lose his job and maybe even face charges himself for covering it up. Plus, what Tyler did was illegal regardless of his sob story about helping his mom. And honestly, if Tyler was really using that money to help his mom, why didn't he just ask Jake for help first? Jake spent the next 2 days calling his mom, his aunt, even his grandparents, trying to figure out what to do. His mom kept saying family is family, but his dad actually agreed with me. His dad told him, that boy made his choices and now he needs to face the consequences. The turning point came when Jake found out Tyler had actually been using some of the stolen money to buy himself a new gaming setup and hadn't given his mom nearly as much as he claimed. Jake discovered this when his aunt mentioned she was still behind on her electric bill, even though Tyler had supposedly been helping her for months. That Friday morning, Jake went into work and told his boss they needed to press charges. Tyler got arrested the following Tuesday at his apartment. Jake said the cops found all kinds of fake documents and IDs scattered around Tyler's room, plus evidence of other scams he'd been planning. The family drama was insane after that. Jake's aunt stopped talking to him completely, even though she eventually found out Tyler had been lying about helping her. Some cousins took sides, and it made last month's family barbecue super awkward. Jake's uncle actually thanked him though, saying Tyler needed to learn his lesson before he did something even worse. Tyler ended up pleading guilty and got 18 months in county jail, plus restitution. The credit union was able to recover most of the money, and Jake's boss actually commended him for handling it properly. Jake felt terrible for weeks, but I kept reminding him he did the right thing.